Once upon a time, cars were the stuff of dreams. A 73 Holden Monaro GTS growled down the Hume Highway, turning heads like a rock star at a pub gig. A Ferrari Testarossa screamed through posters on teenage walls, all curves and danger. Even a humble Falcon XR6 Turbo had enough swagger to make you feel like you could take on Bathurst. But now? Modern cars look like melted iPhones on wheels, bloated with screens, sensors, and safety features nobody asked for. From Brisbane to Birmingham to Boston, drivers are asking the same question. Why are new cars so bloody ugly, so bloody expensive, and so bloody annoying to drive? This isn't just a whinge about aesthetics. It's a full-blown autopsy of how the car industry lost its soul. Regulations have turned bonnets into battering rams, tech has replaced buttons with glitchy touchscreens, and designers seem to have traded passion for PowerPoint presentations. Buckle up for a 6,000-word rant, documentary, about why cars are getting uglier, dumber, and less fun to drive. Spoiler alert, it's not just because some suit in Stuttgart decided beige was a personality trait. Let's start with the elephant in the engine bay. Regulations. Governments worldwide, from Canberra to Brussels, have decided cars need to be safer than a padded room and cleaner than a vegan's conscience. Sounds noble, but the result is vehicles that look like they were designed by a committee of accountants and crash test dummies. Pedestrian safety laws. In Europe, the EU's General Safety Regulation GSR mandates higher bonnets and softer front ends to protect pedestrians. Australia's ANCAP follows suit, demanding flat, blunt noses to reduce injury if some TikTok-distracted bloke steps into traffic. The result? Cars like the 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross have chins so high they could host a barbecue, and grills that look like they're trying to eat the road. Compare that to the sleek, low-slung Falcon XF of the 80s. It's like comparing a pit bull to a pug. Emission standards, Euro 6D, and Australia's looming fuel efficiency standards, effective 2025, have forced car makers to prioritise efficiency over style. Smaller engines, hybrid systems, and electric vehicle EV platforms mean bigger battery packs and less room for creative design. EVs like the BYD Atto 3 need flat floors to house batteries, leading to boxy shapes and proportions that scream, "I was designed by a spreadsheet." Even petrol cars are losing their grills, a signature feature for brands like BMW. Because modern engines need less airflow, the 2025 BMW X3's kidney grille is more like a kidney stone, oversized and awkward. Crash mitigation tech. Cars are now festooned with sensors, radars, and LIDAR units. These gadgets require bulky plastic housings, often slapped on like an afterthought. The 2024 Kia EV6's front end looks like it's wearing a tech acne outbreak, with cameras poking out like pimples. And don't get me started on the mandatory auto emergency braking AEB systems. They're great for avoiding crashes, but make every car's nose look like it's been punched flat. The Aussie angle. Down under, we're copying the same rules as Europe, but our love for utes and SUVs makes it worse. The 2025 Ford Ranger's front end is so tall, it could double as a ladder. And for what? To save a hypothetical pedestrian who's too busy scrolling X to look up? As one Reddit user put it, "My new ute looks like it's ready to headbutt a brick wall, not tow my boat." Remember when cars had buttons? Actual, tactile, clicky buttons you could feel without looking. Those days are gone, replaced by touchscreens so big they could double as a cinema. The 2025 Tesla Model Y's 15.4-inch central screen controls everything from wipers to aircon, forcing you to swipe through menus like you're playing Candy Crush in a traffic jam. Want to adjust your mirrors? Tap, swipe, pray. Want to turn off the radio? Good luck finding the right submenu before you rear-end a bus. Then there's the driver aids that treat you like a learner driver who's failed their test 5 times. Lane Keep Assist wrestles the wheel like an overzealous driving instructor, jerking you back into line even when you're navigating a perfectly safe turn. The 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 6's system is so aggressive, it feels like your car's trying to unionize against you. Auto stop start is another gem. Every red light, your engine shuts off only to restart with a shudder when you nudge the throttle. Sure, it saves 0.02% on fuel, but you'll turn it off every time, like a tradie flicking off a fluoro light at knockoff. The Aussie pain. In Australia, where we love our cars to be practical, this tech feels like a betrayal. Tradies don't need a 12-inch touchscreen to check their loads secure. They need a ute that doesn't beep like a smoke alarm every time they reverse near a shrub. And when you're on a dirt track in the outback, good luck getting a software update when your 4G signal's weaker than a flat beer. Walk into a dealership in 2025 and you'll notice something depressing. Every car looks the same. Sedans, SUVs, even utes. They're all variations of the same blob. The 2024 Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Mazda CX-5 could be siblings separated at birth, with identical high noses, squinting LED headlights, and plastic cladding that screams, "I'm rugged, honest." Why? Because car makers are playing it safe, and the result is a market full of vanilla-flavoured vehicles. To meet emissions targets, cars need to slice through the air like a knife through butter. That means smooth, rounded shapes and minimal protrusions. The 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 6 is so slippery. It looks like a dolphin with wheels, but it's also indistinguishable from a dozen other EVs. Gone are the sharp angles of the 80s BMW 3 Series, or the muscular haunches of a Holden Commodore. Car makers like Volkswagen, Toyota, and Stellantis save billions by building multiple models on the same platform. The VW Tiguan, Skoda Kodiaq, and Audi Q3 share the same MQB bones, so they all end up looking like slightly different flavours of porridge. Toyota's Corolla, CHR, and Lexus NX are cut from the same TNGA cloth, with minor tweaks to badges and grills. It's efficient, sure, but it's also why every new car feels like a rebadged clone. Electric vehicles are the worst offenders. Batteries need flat floors and low centres of gravity, leading to tall, boxy designs with awkward proportions. The 2025 BYD Seal looks like a stretched sedan, while the Tesla Model Y's high ride height and stubby nose make it look like it's permanently surprised. As one ex-post put it, EVs look like they were designed by someone who hates fun. You used to spot a Holden Monaro or Alfa Romeo 156 from a mile away. Now, you need a magnifying glass to tell a BMW from a HYUNDAI. The 2025 BMW 3 Series oversized grille looks like it was stolen from a Kia, while the Mercedes C-Class could pass for a top-spec Corolla. As an Aussie car nut on Reddit said, "I miss when brands had balls. Now they're all just beige boxes with different logos." Europe. From icons to identikits. Europe used to be the home of automotive art. Peugeot's 406 Coupe was a Pininfarina masterpiece. Citroën's DS was a spaceship on wheels, and Alfa Romeo's GTV had curves that could make you cry. Fast forward to 2025, and they're all churning out SUVs that look like they were designed by a focus group in Frankfurt. The Peugeot 3008 is a bloated blob, Citroën's C5 Aircross is a forgettable box, and Alfa's Tonale is a generic crossover that could be a Hyundai in disguise. Blame Brussels. EU regulations on emissions and safety have strangled creativity. The 2025 Euro 7 standards demand near zero emissions, pushing car makers towards EVs and hybrids with identical platforms. Urban bans on internal combustion engines, like London's ULEZ, mean smaller, taller cars designed for city streets, not winding alpine roads. The result? A continent once known for passion is now pumping out appliances. USA, cartoon trucks, and V8 cosplay. Across the pond, America's gone the other way. Bigger, brasher, and dumber. Pickup trucks like the 2025 Ford F-150 and Ram 1500 are so massive they're classified as light trucks to dodge emissions rules. Their grills are taller than most SUVs, and their designs scream, "I'm compensating for something." The Dodge Charger Daytona EV, with its fake engine sounds and fratsonic chambered exhaust, is like a V8 cosplaying as a Tesla. Muscle cars are dying. The 2024 Mustang is one of the last holdouts, and even that's gone soft with a hybrid option. American buyers want size over style, and car makers are happy to oblige. The 2025 Chevrolet Silverado's front end looks like it could eat a Prius for breakfast, but it's about as aerodynamic as a brick. As one ex-user joked, US trucks are so big, they need their own postcode. Australia. No more homegrown heroes. Australia used to build cars that suited us. The Holden Commodore, Ford Falcon, and Mitsubishi Magna were designed for our highways, our outback, our soul. Now, with local manufacturing dead since 2017, we're stuck with imports that feel like compromises. The 2025 Toyota Hilux is Thai-built and bloated. The Ford Ranger is a global platform that prioritizes the US market, and Chinese brands like GWM and LDV are flooding the market with utes that look tough but crumble under pressure. Our sedans are all but extinct, replaced by SUVs that look like they were designed by someone who's never seen a dirt road. The 2025 Kia Sorento and Hyundai Santa Fe are indistinguishable from their European or American cousins, with no nod to our love for rugged simplicity. As one Aussie car forum user put it, we used to build cars that could survive a roo strike. The cultural shift is global, but it hits hard in Australia, where cars were once part of our identity. The death of Holden's design studio in 2017 was a dagger to the heart. Now we're fed the same bland designs as everyone else, with no local flavour. The 2025 Mitsubishi Triton looks like it was designed for a Bangkok traffic jam, not a run to Broken Hill. And don't even mention the Great Wall Cannon. It's a ute, sure, but it's about as Aussie as a sushi roll from 7-Eleven. Not every car in 2025 is a soulless box. A few holdouts are keeping the flame alive, proving you can still build beauty with brains. Porsche 911. The 911 remains a design icon, with curves that could make a sculptor weep. The hybrid GTS model, 397 kilowatts, 610 newton meters, blends tech with soul, though it costs more than a Sydney apartment deposit, $350,000 plus. Downside? You'll need a software update to open the glove box. Toyota GR Yaris. This pocket rocket, 200 kilowatts, 370 newton meters, is a rally car for the road with a compact design and analog thrills. It's proof Toyota hasn't completely lost the plot, but at $60,000, it's a niche toy, not a daily driver. Ford Mustang, the last V8 standing, with a 5.0-litre Coyote engine, 347 kilowatts, 550 newton meters. It sounds like a rock concert. Its retro modern design still turns heads, but the hybrid version looming in 2026 feels like a betrayal. Price: $80,000 to $100,000. Hyundai Ioniq 5, an EV that actually looks good, with retro futuristic lines and a spacious cabin. Its 507-kilometre range and 350 kilowatt charging make it practical, but the $65,000 to $85,000 price tag stings, and the software can be glitchy. These cars are the exception, not the rule. They remind us what's possible when car makers prioritise passion over compliance. But even they come with caveats: high prices, overzealous tech, or limited availability. As one Reddit user sighed, let's talk about the tech again, because it's not just touchscreens, it's the whole ecosystem. Modern cars are rolling computers with more processing power than a 1990s NASA control room. The 2025 Mercedes C-Class has 12 ECUs, electronic control units, managing everything from headlights to seat warmers. Sounds cool until one fails, and you're waiting 3 months for a $2,000 replacement from Germany. The 2024 Volkswagen Golf's haptic steering wheel buttons are so unresponsive, you'll miss your turn before you can signal. And don't even try adjusting the climate control in a Tesla Model 3 while driving. It's like texting during a cyclone. Then there's the connected car nonsense. Your 2025 Kia Sorento can send diagnostics to the dealer, but it also tracks your driving habits and pings them to who knows where. Want to turn off data sharing? Good luck navigating the 47 submenus. And over-the-air updates? Great in theory, until your car bricks itself mid-update, leaving you stranded in a Bunnings car park. As one ex-user raged, "My car updated overnight and now the mirrors don't work. Thanks, Skoda." In the name of safety, we've lost danger. In the name of progress, we've lost passion. And in the name of efficiency, we've built beige boxes that beep more than they roar. The modern car is a paradox. Safer than ever, yet soulless. Smarter than ever, yet dumber to drive. Regulations have turned bonnets into battering rams, tech has turned dashboards into iPads, and designers have forgotten how to make us feel something. The 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross might save a pedestrian, but it won't save your soul. The Tesla Model Y might go 500 kilometers on a charge, but it won't make your heart race. Australia, we're not immune. Our roads, once ruled by Falcons and Commodores, are now clogged with SUVs that look like they were designed by a committee of bureaucrats. The utes are too big, the sedans are extinct, and the tech is so intrusive, it's like driving with a backseat driver who never shuts up. But there's hope. The Porsche 911S and GR Yarises of the world prove that passion isn't dead. It's just expensive. Maybe one day car makers will remember that cars are more than appliances. They're dreams, escapes, stories on wheels. Until then, we're stuck with a future that's safe, silent, and completely forgettable. Audience challenge. What's the ugliest car you've seen lately? Drop it in the comments, along with the one feature you'd banish forever. Lane keep assist, touchscreens, or something else. Bonus points if your car's tried to outsmart you and lost.